Hello everyone! Back to the Venomous Fat Man, and he did a follow-up video on the last video I endured. It's something. This one I kind of watched a little bit of, and we'll see. We'll see. this is just whatever. Let's continue. By the way, guys. Look, Destiny 2. This is Destiny 2, apparently. I would almost want to ask someone if they can tell me what the tags are in this video, because I don't have because apparently it's like something you could get for an add-on for Chrome. I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. Hold on. YouTube tags. I don't know. I think this is like search for on YouTube. Never mind. Let's just watch this.
Hey, what's going on everybody out there? I'm Jake James Lugo and welcome to the channel. So I wanted to do this vlog some time ago, a little bit over about a week now, give or take, but with everything that was happening, with all the work and all the different projects I've been working on, things just kind of got a little bit mixed up. But I figured, you know what, why not just dive into it and kind of follow up on some of my previous vlogs and some of the topics that I talked about previously here on the channel. Specifically with the video game donkey response, which I feel like got a lot of viewership and a lot of response from everybody, but for various different wrong reasons. It didn't so much become a discussion as much as I had hoped it would. It became a little bit more mudslingy all over the place. But let's just talk about that, you know, in tandem, but also talk about the idea of YouTube culture and just comment culture in general. I feel like this is a much more bigger thing now these days.
YouTube culture, dude. Atlas doesn't get the YouTube culture, dude.
Now that YouTube has become more prominent and it's been so ingrained.
YouTube has been prominent for fucking years. What? Hold on. Hold the phone. I don't want to hear that again.
In tandem, but also talk about the idea of YouTube culture and just comment culture in general. I feel like this is a much more bigger thing now these days, now that YouTube has become more prominent and it's been so ingrained and kind of tied together with video game culture at its core, at its heart, that you can't really ignore it. And
comments have been a thing since, like, the beginning of fucking YouTube.
Talked about it a few times here and there on the channel, but I never really addressed it head on. I never really tackled some of the subjects which I feel are very harsh and you know, big hurdles to kind of get over for everybody that gets involved with YouTube. Not just me and not just, you know, games media people or just streamers or content creators. Everybody has to deal with it at some point. One of the big things that I felt that really kind of went off the rails with that previous vlog was not so much the points that I was making, because I still believe them and I still believe that I'm right. A lot of the people that were leaving comments there were really disagreeing with some of the things that were based off of other kind of like bandwagon-y stuff that people kind of, you know, whether they came from Video Game Donkeys fandom or they were really just kind of, you know, hyped up on the hate towards games media and just the discussion of some of the stuff that was kind of being thrown around there. I feel that's a huge problem in and of itself, because again, there's no dialogue, there's no discussion. A lot of people want to have a discussion, but not an actual true discussion. They just will kind of, you know, whether they came from Video Game Donkeys fandom or they were really just kind of, you know, hyped up on the hate towards games media and just the discussion of some of the stuff that was kind of being thrown around there. I feel that's a huge problem in and of itself, because again, there's no dialogue, there's no discussion. A lot of people want to have a discussion, but not an actual true discussion. They just want to have one side of the argument. The same, ironically, right? The same thing that...
So, hold on, I hear that again. I'm sorry, I'm like playing back.
Not just me, and not just, you know, games media people or just streamers or content creators. Everybody has to deal with it at some point. One of the big things that I felt that really kind of went off the rails with that previous vlog was not so much the points that I was making, because I still believe them and I still believe that I'm right.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the people...
I still believe I'm right. Yeah, okay. Okay. But you believe... Okay.
That were leaving comments there were really
Guys, I believe I'm right. Okay, I'm right. I'm right. He's wrong, guys. It's not that he's wrong. It's just that he made a video that had no fucking substance. It did not really discuss the fucking video that he was responding to. He just said the same fucking shit just in different ways. The whole video is just him like kissing ass to IGN. Like there's no nothing constructive about it. There was nothing in that video that was constructive or unique about his opinion.
Agreeing with some of the things that were based off of other kind of like bandwagony stuff that people kind of, you know, whether they came from video game donkeys fandom or they were really just kind of, you know, hyped up on the hate towards games media and just the discussion of some of the stuff that was kind of being thrown around there. I feel that's a huge problem in and of itself, because again, there's no dialogue, there's no discussion. A lot of people want to have a discussion, but not an actual true discussion. They just want to have one side.
Because no one fucking like YouTube comments does offer a discussion to a degree, and I do understand what he's saying, because like when you make a video and it's like a thought piece that you're really proud of, and you want like the comment section to kind of be that, you're not gonna get that on YouTube. You would most likely get that on forums, because at the same time YouTube has a shitty system with comments, and because I've seen this before, like on the mobile app, like because like, you're not gonna be on a computer all the time, so when you go to the comment section on your mobile app, it sucks. It's the worst comment, display I've ever seen. Like, some commenters that comment on my videos that I have really no issue with, for some reason YouTube says, "Oh, these are spam comments," and it's like, why are these spam comments? I always respond to them. I sometimes even like the comments from these people, so I don't really quite get why they keep showing up in my spam folder. And I would love to accept it or approve the comments on my phone, but I have to go to my laptop to do it, and I'm not around my laptop all the time. Like, I'm gonna be looking like on my phone when I'm in the ambulance, like on the way back from a call, going back to base, and I might be like going through Twitter on my phone. I might be doing this, but if I go to my email, it says, "Oh, you got a comment from this guy," I'm like, okay, cool. I either have a respond to it or I'll like it or whatever. I go to the phone app on YouTube. Oh, well, it doesn't show up because it's considered spam, and it's like. So yeah, you're not gonna get a good conversation on YouTube, and it's not really a good platform to do that, because on the same time, it cuts off a lot of the big discussions. Like if you have like a wall of text you want to put on it, it just looks weird. It just doesn't really work. It's not a good platform to have a discussion with. It's good to get general ideas, and like, let's take a look at some of his comments. Like, Junko says, the point flew over your head. He made the point that it's hard to trust game reviews based on one person, but different people, as well as jumping the gun to be the first to review the game without even completing it first. One dude can say Sonic is the best, then for a game that is similar similar, they have another dude who says the game is terrible. It's not about demonizing the website. It's reviews that are scattered all over the place. Exactly. And Venomous Fatty did not get that at all when he was talking about the video about that video. So apparently this is just fluff nonsense. People is hyped on the negativity, I guess. Did you just hang amiibos from nails on your wall? Because apparently, guys, these amiibos are worth a lot. Okay.
Side of the argument. The same, ironically, right? The same thing that a lot of those different people, a lot of the commenters that are out there accuse games media personalities, accuse journalists, accuse popular streamers or content creators of that particular thing of just being so kind of like close-eared and just not listening to people, is the exact same thing being done from the other side, which is what makes a whole mess of stuff. I saw a couple different responses there, and again, you can't really get bent out of shape from comments themselves. You can't really get so caught up on like what people are calling you, even though there's some really heinous stuff out there. Let's be real. I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to go in there and ninja out a couple comments because not only was I being called the N-word, which, stupid enough, I don't see why you would, but like people were just throwing out
to get a fucking response. Yeah, so when some people want to say negative shit, they just want a fucking response. That's really why they do that shit, and it's also not anonymous as well, which is, whatever. But I mean, it's not whatever. I mean, it's important to have anonymity online because you never know what's gonna happen. But it's just. They just want a response, and then you're giving it to them. So
vitriolic stuff or just vitriol all over the place. People are just throwing out stuff and not really trying to engage in discussion, not really trying to start that.
There's comments. Let's look at how many comments in this video that are engageful and want a discussion. He doesn't attack the company based on the opinions of one person. He attacks it based on the fact that it isn't just one person influencing it. See, he wants a discussion. He wants a discussion. I'm gonna like that comment. That's a good comment. That's not very engaging. The problem with IGN and Sonic is that they will often mix legitimate criticism with baseless criticism. Things like Sonic's annoying friends, among other cosmetic elements, and Sonic team listens to them. It's not just rating a bad rating. It's not that the rating is bad or gameplay. It's bad because characters, you see how odd it is that it makes observations, etc., etc. He wants a discussion. That's not very vitriolic or negative. Hey man, just wanted to say that I really liked your video. Thought it was pretty well thought out, and first one to actually want to start any sort of productive discussion. Nope. I'm not gonna read the rest of it because he's kind of whatever. Oh, cool Gunblade. Oh, thanks. Wait a second. Wait a second, guys. I think he deleted my comment. I left a comment on this fucking video. I did. I know I did. And I think he deleted it. He did delete my comment. And I didn't even say anything bad. Wow. What a pussy, dude. He deleted my comment. That was very critical and engaging, and he deleted it. Okay. Okay, Venomous Family. You want engaging fucking comments. Fuck off. Yeah, okay. He's DSPing this whole thing.
Yeah. They just want to be one side or the other. They want to be caught up on that clan mentality. And I think that's a very destructive thing. Funny enough, what really prompted my thought process with all this, and why, it was good that I kind of took some time to really mull over a little bit what had happened and stuff, was actually a vlog that I saw from Alana Pierce. If you guys don't know who Alana Pierce is, I'm pretty sure some of you do, but she's on the IGN show now. She's one of the Toys and Culture editors over there, and one of the hosts.
For an IGN person. That must have been very genuine. That's a genuine plug, right?
And she did a vlog on her own YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description box below so you guys can check it out. You definitely should subscribe to her. Where
we should definitely subscribe to her. And she also works on IGN. Man. I might be a negative dick, dude. I might be connecting dots. It's us versus that. It's us versus him, guys. It's us versus him because I'm making these weird suspicions that he might be making a disingenuous video. Whoa.
Talked about comments, she talked about the feedback and the interaction with the audience, with the viewers on YouTube. And one of the things that she made clear was that, listen, at the end of the day, despite what people are going to say, despite how people are going to feel and stuff, if people are just being, overtly nasty and just really kind of go out their way to kind of just throw insults or just be very nasty and terrible towards whether it's the person in the video or even just the people in the comment section, she doesn't have to deal with that. She could just get rid of them outright or block people if it gets to like a real extreme. In her case, she's had to deal with a lot more crazier things, whereas like stalking and a whole bunch of other stuff that gets into crazy other topics that I really don't want to cover here yet. But I can understand where she's coming from, because at the end of the day, it is her channel, and at the end of the day, it is my channel on here. And while I'm always open to the discussion, I'm always...
Okay, look, there is a difference between... My opinion on blocking is very simple. They have that feature for a reason. There might have been like once I blocked someone and I kind of regret it. I do regret some of the blocks I've done, so I unblock them if I regret it enough. But the thing is that if you're tired of seeing someone constantly either say nothing but negativity, nothing but hateful comments that really get annoying and it kind of wears on you, I don't blame people for wanting to block people. I've seen that on Twitter as well. Like I've seen people do a lot of shit to me. Not a lot of people, but some people, and I block them because either I don't want to get notifications from them anymore. I don't want them to either. I try for them not to see my tweets because if I post like something, I don't want them to like either take it or whatever. It really depends. It really depends on the severity. Sometimes, but now it's just I just mute and I just kind of let it be. But I don't think blocking is necessarily bad because everyone has a right. They have the right to block whoever they want to block, and that's the thing. Like with DSP, I don't really give a shit that he blocked me. I don't give a shit that he like. I don't think it's a big deal that he blocks people, but it's a big deal why he does it. Like, you know, I said to him like Street Fighter 5 is a good game. I enjoy it. I get blocked for that. Like, you know, that's kind of dumb. If I said like, wow, Phil, you're a fucking asshole. I hope you get gout again or something like personal and insulting, and he blocks me. Okay, you know what? I could say that's catchy. He can't take the heat, but at the same time, he has every right to do that. There's nothing wrong with blocking per se. It's just that, you know, it really depends on the reason why you're blocking. If you just block people just flippantly, like block, 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 that's a little different. But, you know, I only block people that just really get under my skin to the point where it's like if I can't handle them, if I can't handle it, if I overreact to them, if I feed into the bait so many times, I just block them. If I can avoid it, if I can just like, you know, whatever, or deal with it, then that's different. But if it's like really something that like really just I don't want to happen again, that's what happens. I just let it be. I think of blocking as a way to help me ignore that person. If muting doesn't work, if I can just ignore them myself and that doesn't work, and then if muting doesn't work, blocking is like the last thing I do. So I don't. So before someone says like, oh man, he's such a pussy, he blocks, I just think that it depends on why he blocks is the issue. Like my comment, the reason why he deleted it, I don't get, because I wasn't being malicious in the comment. I literally just, you know, put my thought into a comment. At least to what I remember. I don't remember. Maybe I did say something negative. I don't remember. I think I literally just said like, from what I remember, just stuff saying like, well, I don't think you really understood the point, etc., etc.
I'm just gonna keep my comments open for people just to come in there and just interact with each other. Oh I can understand that.
Oh my god, dude, it's
says that when people are just, you know,
dude, it was blue.
Spirit in it, truly not to contribute anything to the conversation as a whole, which is what I saw with the video game donkey video. You know, even though I was coming from a genuine place, and I was probably, if not the only person that talked about this entire thing that, you know, was a big topic of discussion for like what?
You weren't the only person. Everyone was talking about it, and it was the dumbest thing that people talked about on fucking Twitter. It really was an overreaction, and I know a lot about overreactions. It just blew my mind that people were that, like, negative about, like, oh my god, Ducky said this about IGN and other video game reviewers. Wow, dude, he's ruining our integrity. It's like, okay.
A couple days and stuff, where I was saying that both sides of the equation should be working together. There should be a lot more communication on both sides, and really a kind of will to go out there and actually encourage others to kind of, you know, reach out to the other side. That was one of the things I was really saying, even though...
But that's why that video exists. It's to talk to the other side, and look how they responded. Venom. Like, he brought up his criticisms, and instead of just listening to his criticisms, you just don't listen to them. And you missed the point entirely, misrepresented the entire argument, and just kept saying, oh, it's just an opinion. Man, I really wish people would not keep criticizing IGN. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like this is what happens every time someone dares to criticize IGN and shit. They get treated as if they're making personal attacks, which they didn't.
That exact wording, but you know, it's the overall big idea based on the points I was kind of, you know, conflicted with Donkey's video. And a lot of people don't seem to want that, you know, whether it's the fandom, because again, Donkey's got like 3 million subscribers.
Because you're wrong with your opinions, like, maybe not necessarily wrong, but you're just misguided because you missed the point and you misrepresented the argument. It's like if I started it's like if I got in the middle of an argument with someone, and then instead of just listening to their points, I just listened to the first word of their argument and just talk about the first word. It's like, of course I'm not going to get the fucking point, and of course the argument's not going to be resolved because I'm not listening to the argument. And he's not listening to what Video Game Ducky was saying.
And, you know, when you get that many subscribers on your YouTube channel, sometimes people could be, you know, really crazy and just so devoted to one online personality or another, they lose all rationale.
So, about Darkside Phil, what about him? What about him, man?
And they just go nuts. It's not just with him, it's with a whole bunch of other personalities on the internet. It's internet culture. And that's one of the things I really want to talk about is YouTube culture.
Oh my fuck these people who say internet culture, YouTube culture. It's a fucking website. It's a fucking website, guys. Like, it's social media. Is social media a fucking culture? No.
Specifically, not so much the internet, because I feel like people throw these excuses out or use them as excuses for bad behavior or just like really terrible mean-spiritedness that's thrown out there, whether they just want to have an excuse just to say like really nasty stuff to people, or they just want to have like terrible ideas that just get injected to any sort of conversation and just throw everything off the rails. I was saying that, listen, one of his stuff
that does kind of happen. I see where he's coming from with that, but he's applying it to something that's like mundane and just about fucking entertainment. Like it happens a lot in politics now, like with how it's going around and all that shit. But like that's different. That's a whole other argument and a whole other discussion. But you were talking about video game reviews.
Was saying, or at least a bunch of the points that he was putting out there in his video, was kind of very terrible and very mean-spirited, and I didn't agree with any of that stuff. And here's why.
Okay, let's take a look at this.
You respond to. It's also important to acknowledge your shortcomings as a reviewer. Mine personally is that
this is already mean-spirited. He's saying that you have to acknowledge shortcomings. Wow, what a dickish thing to say.
I have no fucking patience at all. Pretty much throw any RPG at me, I'm just gonna say, nah, that's boring. But you know what's dumber than RPGs? Anime. Unless we're talking this guy, you need to get this bullshit out of my face. But you know what I hate much more than anime? Turn-based combat. For real, I despise this shit. There's like 2 games that figured out how to make it fun, but those don't count. Turn-based combat is fucking boring, tedious, and draining. It is the opposite of fun. So when I say Persona 5, a turn-based anime RPG is actually pretty fun, you should go, damn, okay, maybe that game is alright. Probably one of the dumbest.
See what I mean? Like, how is that mean-spirited? Okay. Mean-spirited.
I did so, and here's why I felt like I was coming from that position. And people, while you could agree or disagree, I get it, there were some long essays in there, which was crazy, right? People
that you probably deleted, because I didn't see my comment. Where's my comment? Venom, huh? Where is it? Where did it go?
People sometimes feel like, you know, they just have to write a whole research paper to you whenever they feel strongly about something. It's just how it is. But it's just crazy to me that the majority of people that came in there just were not like that. And I think...
Yeah, you have a whole variety of fucking people watching your fucking videos. What do you think was gonna happen? YouTube is an open platform. You get all kinds of people from different walks of life going to the site.
A lot of people need to be a little bit more reflective and actually try to actively go out there.
Imagine if you're a viewer of his. Like this has 45 views. No wonder it. Is it? No, this is a few days old. That's really bad. That's kind of pathetic. That he only 45 views on this video. Ooh, man. That's like my main channel views right there on a good day. Man. Okay.
A way to not engage in stuff like that, or not be a part of that, and not try to instigate that.
His viewer and he's talking to you like this. Like it just sounds like he doesn't think much of his viewers at this point. He thinks that they're all fucking idiots. Wow. What a great guy.
Because no matter what you do, if you end up getting caught up in that, you know, really weird kind of mindset and that weird perspective and that weird approach, you're going to just never change things for the better. There's never going to be a dialogue between both sides. There's never going to be that meeting of the minds and that working together between 2 opposing sides. Just everybody wants to be a wrench.
And this is the other thing I want to say, because this is the other thing that I get annoyed with on YouTube sometimes, is that people put so much fucking value in their fucking opinions because they think that what they're saying is so eloquent and smart and this and that. Like, yeah, you know, people can agree with what you're saying and people can you know, form opinions and post them and share them, sure. But you're making a video on YouTube talking about fucking video game reviews. Like, okay, that's an opinion. But you're not making life-changing philosophy. You're not a philosopher when you're on fucking YouTube. Like, you're like the people who are more of a philosopher that I consider to be philosophers are people who actually write books write studies, like maybe not studies, but they write books on things that they see with life. They go on like TV. They you know, this and that. Like they could go on YouTube as well, but it's different. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it, and I don't know if someone in the comment section understands what I'm trying to say. Maybe someone could put it in a better way for me. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to say something that's like, I don't think a lot of these YouTubers like him, like myself, like anyone else on YouTube is a fucking philosopher, or these people with these grand opinions that we need to take time of our day and really think about, because what you're saying is just stuff that is just, you're talking to a void. You're talking to a camera. You're putting that online to people to listen to. Yeah, you can get people who agree and disagree, and that's it. You're not putting out works of fucking art.
Or the other. They want to be on red team or blue team. They just want to be on one clan or the other, and that's stupid, because that was the whole point that I was trying to make towards the end of the video, besides all the...
It was a fucking telemarketer, not a human being. I wish it was a human being. Oh shit, wrong window.
The points I was counteracting with Donkey's video is that, listen, both new media and old media, games journalists or non-games journalists, and people that are really so immersed in the internet culture that see some of the stuff that they just don't resonate with well on the other side, whether it's traditional media or otherwise, that, you know, rather than just trying to break down the other side, rather than just trying to just beat down everybody constantly and just hurl insults and just be so nasty for whatever reason, you should be actively trying to at least work together, and he's, rather than just...
So what Video Game Donkey's video did wasn't at all constructive, or something that you can actually look at and be like, oh, well, you know, he might have a point. Like, again, you know, Video Game Donkey isn't a fucking philosopher, but, you know, at least he made a video that discussed something that he believed in. That he, like what he's trying, what Venomous Fatty Tries is trying to do. He's making a video that what he believes in and all this stuff, and people can agree or disagree with him. It's just that he missed the point of the argument of the video. He's saying all this it's so fucking no, man, it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous because he works for IGN. He plugged his fucking channel. He plugged so many fucking things. Like I couldn't sit through that video and take it seriously, because he was like, well, I wrote an article about on IGN. I did a review of IGN. I did that. I worked with IGN before, guys. Oh, did you know I worked for IGN? And I also have some articles coming out. Did you know I write for fucking video games? Do you know I'm a fucking journalist? Did you know that? Like, it's like, who fucking cares? Like, your opinion did not hold up because it has no merit or anything constructive to the argument.
Constantly pointing out all the flaws and stuff, try to come up with a solution. That was my main point out of the entire thing, between everything that I had touched on. And I feel like that's a lack, a real...
He gave an example of... We just listened to the part where he said, like, look, you know, I don't like JRPGs, I don't like anime, I don't like RPGs, I don't like turn-based, but when I played Persona 5, you know it's a good game when I say it's a good game, because you have a frame of reference. He hates these things, but then when he likes a game that's a JRPG, that's anime, he's like, it's a great game. You know the weight of that. It's not that, like, he's saying, like, it's not like he played Persona 3, it's not, Persona 3, that game's a piece of shit. Well, Persona 3 is a great game now. Like, it's...
big lack of stuff going on, with a lot of different things going on with YouTube culture, and just gaming culture right now. There's just an us versus them mentality that I spoke on in that previous vlog, that everybody seems to like take the lingo and take the words and use them around, but doesn't really understand it. I had one guy that tried to get me to do a debate with him, and I was like, listen, I don't want to do a debate with you. I'm not trying to debate people. I'm trying to present an idea, and I love doing discussions, but I'm not just going to debate with somebody simply just on the fact for them to get attention and just, again, be nasty towards another person. Funny enough, when I refused it and I said, listen, I appreciate the invite, but no thanks, immediately they went off and started just, again, going crazy. And it's called, apparently it's a games journalism thing to tell somebody no, which I don't even know what to tell you at that point, bro.
Then why didn't you go on to the debate? Like, oh my god, dude. He instantly contradicted his entire fucking point right there. When I first saw this, I did not even pick up on it. It went right over. It went like right over my head because I wasn't really paying attention. He said in the other video and in this video a little bit that, oh, it's about both sides coming together, talking. It's about talking and finding a solution and talking. Oh, this guy wants to talk to me in a debate? No, I don't want to talk to you. I have no words with just how dumb that is. That blows my mind. How dumb that is. That is so fucking dumb. That is the dumbest thing that no one contradicts himself that quickly since Darkseid. DSP was the only person I knew on YouTube that said something and instantly contradicted himself immediately after. Nope. Venomous Fatty comes in with it. Jesus, man. Oh my god, I can't fucking believe that. Oh man.
But either way though, okay, my main point is this, is that there needs to be a lot less people just trying to go and mull everything up, and try to be more people that actually want to engage in those discussions and want to...
That guy wanted to engage in a discussion with you and you turned him down. What? No, I think what he's really trying to say, he's trying to hide it. Because again, he's not very... This isn't a genuine video. This is very disingenuous. And very biased. But I think he's saying this stuff to save face, to make him seem the bigger man. And he wants people just to like, not shit on IGN. That's why he's doing this video. It's not because he really believes that he wants to have a discussion. Because if he did, he would have went on that fucking debate with that guy. Because the debate is a discussion. It's not... necessarily like a debate can be like a win or lose kind of thing, but a debate can also just be a discussion. It doesn't really necessarily have to be about winning and losing. The only time that comes about is when it's like when one side has like better points that a lot of people agree with than the other. Like for example, when the SOK had a debate with Brightside Viking, it's very easy to know that Brightside Viking lost that debate because he lost his cool. He really could not really defend any of his points at all very well, or on part he kept saying how tired he was, which is not really an excuse, but okay. While this guy claims that I can talk, I can listen to you guys. Oh, a guy wants to put me on a debate? No, I'm not gonna do that. He could have just taken the debate as an opportunity to put his point on a bigger platform. But no, he didn't, because he knows he's full of shit. That right there tells me that he's full of shit immediately. That the fact that he quickly turned down that debate and said no, just kind of shows that he doesn't want to bother with having that discussion that he claims he wants to have. He's so full of himself. This is so fake. This is fake. I'm sorry, this is just fake. This is the fakest thing I've seen. Yeah, okay.
Actually make things a little bit better and come up with solutions to stuff rather than just trying just to be heard. If you just want to be heard, I get it. I understand that. But try to be heard.
That's what the...
But actually present something to the table without just trying to knock down the other side. That's all I'm saying, people. But I figured this would be an interesting kind of follow-up to that video and a little bit of a follow-up.
I've never heard someone that said a lot of dumb things that's on par with DSP and works for IGN. I'm never gonna look at IGN ever again. Like before it was like, oh, you know, whatever, but now it's like I'm avoiding it because how can you have a guy that's this fucking dense and this fucking oh my god, he is like the dangers of DSP, like the dangers of his influence on people, because I'm willing to believe he only thinks this way because he listened to DSP for so long. Oh my god, man, that is just... He's willing to take the time, get this, he's willing to take the time to play matches with DSP, a fucking washed up, toxic fucking person. But he doesn't want to do a debate about a fucking thing that he believes in and he's very passionate about. He doesn't want to take the time to have a debate about that but he has the time to play matches with a nobody that's toxic and no one wants to work with. This guy is very unbiased and he has no bias, right? Okay, yeah, he's very genuine with his fucking opinions. Sure, okay.
Some of the IDs that were presented there, and based off some of the things that I saw from around all over the place, especially Alana's video. Again, I really encourage you guys to check it out. There'll be a link in the description box below. But besides all that, the reason why this kind of follow-up took so long is because I've been working a lot on a variety of different things. It's been crazy. I'm still working on the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy guide. I have over 50 videos right now live on IGN that you guys can go check out. Again,
guys, he is the most genuine person on YouTube. No way did he make this video and decide, I could plug my fucking videos. It's kind of funny when you plug more than DSP and you're more successful than DSP and you plug more than him. How can he be so desperate working for a company than a person whose livelihood is based on fucking donations? How do you get to that part in your life? Okay, I'm gonna pose the question to you guys in the comments. Which is more pathetic? Which is more pathetic? A person whose livelihood is based on donations, like DSP, or a guy who has a somewhat of a stable job at IGN that he probably gets paid pretty well, sure, with IGN. Constantly plugging his videos. Which is more pathetic? It's interesting because I can't really think. I don't know. I don't know because DSP, yeah, it's pathetic that he has a livelihood based on donations, but I can at least understand why he fucking plugs. But he doesn't plug during fucking videos half the time. He plugs during pre-streams, but he doesn't plug during gameplay unless it's a break or something, or at the end of the stream. But he doesn't plug nearly as much as this guy. And he works for IGN. Which is more pathetic? I don't know. Because I think if you're with IGN, there would be no reason for you to plug your shit constantly. I don't know. It's so conflicted. I'm lost on this.
There'll be links in the description box to the entire wiki guide that has not only the videos, but also all the secrets, cheats, gem stuff, all the things that you're going to want to know for the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy if you haven't platinumed it, or if you haven't gotten most of the stuff in there, or if you just want to know more about the game. All that stuff will be right there. Very soon I'm going to be recording a new turn-based episode with my boy Gary Swaby over at the Coalition. That's going to be fun. We're going to talk about all the Kingdom Hearts news that happened at D23, as well as a couple other things here and there. There's a lot of RPG stuff going down, so we're going to try to cover all that whenever we can. But overall, there's a lot of different other projects I'm doing. Again, some more reviews over the horizon. The Destiny 2 beta is today. I'm probably going to be talking about that with the Coalition.com.
Oh, that might be why it got plugged as Destiny 2, because he's talking about Destiny 2. But does audio have like an audio link to it? Like if I say Destiny 2, does that mean that this video will be linked to Destiny 2 now? I'm very suspicious because I have a feeling that he put Destiny 2 in the fucking tags. Let's go on a field trip. Destiny 2. Filters, upload dates. Let's see. I don't remember the thumbnail of the video, but I don't think it had anything to do with Destiny on it, so we should be able to find it. If I can't find it by the 4th page, I'm gonna stop. I was waiting to see 2 days ago. I did this video earlier because I would have seen it. Like I would have known. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
At some point, really looking forward to that. I'm looking into getting into the Dissidia NT beta. That's coming up very soon as well. Again, I'm a huge fan of Dissidia Final Fantasy. You guys know that. I've talked about it. I even talked about it in some of my E3 coverage when I got back from E3 2017. And I'm definitely interested in diving into that game once again. So I'll have more surprises for you guys in the nearby future, hopefully within the next week or two. There's a lot of stuff in motion, a lot of different things happening. And also, I want to mention
what he should have done, because I mean, I'm giving you free advice here, Venomous Fat Man, if you're watching this video. Pick one thing you want to plug, maybe two if you're really feeling it, and do it at the very end. At the very end. Not when you have like more than a minute left. Wait until you have a minute left. Or something. Or say, okay, that's it for this video, see you in the next one. If you're still watching, I'm gonna be doing this. Do that kind of stuff. That's what people... That's fine. But don't just continue a vlog, then just go into your plugs just randomly. Like really? Really? Okay.
This Friday, I'm actually going to be having my Nintendo Switch Player Magazine article get published in Nintendo Switch Player Magazine. It's going to be available both online for free and also in print form for a lot of you guys that are going to be patrons of the Switch Player Magazine. Again, if you haven't done so already, there'll be a link in the description box below so you guys can check it out. Again, that issue comes out on Friday of this week, or at least when I'm recording this vlog.
Like, we
so
watch like
hopefully
H3 when they do their plugs, they do it at the very end, and like, you know when it's their plugs. Like, it's like, okay, the end of the video. Like, you know immediately when the video ends.
Down the line, if you guys are watching this past this week, it'll probably already be out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I wrote about Star Fox. It was a lot of fun to do so. But either way, guys, I will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out. Stay epic, everybody.
Peace out, guys. You know, isn't that cool? Isn't that what cool people do? And you can subscribe for more videos. Leave a like. And links in the description below. Stay epic, guys, and remember, IGN did nothing wrong. Always believe IGN, guys. Always believe fucking IGN. They don't do anything wrong. There's no way that I'm being disingenuous. Yeah. Oh my god, man. All right, that's it for this fucking video. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm not gonna do plugs because I have nothing to plug. It is what it is, guys. See you in the next one.